Hi, thanks for joining me on LeboView for another review. Please excuse my appearance. I was out mowing the yard. It's about 87 out today. It's a little bit humid, and it's the weekend. I just don't care. I wanted to do this review though because I thought it was a good product. We've purchased a camper, which I'll flash to it right there. The camper sat empty for about a year, and when I say empty, it didn't have any people in it. However, mice had gotten in it. There was a lot of mouse urine in the ductwork, which we found out when we fired up the furnace. It was pretty strong. We did the bleach thing to get rid of any kind of mouse droppings that were in there, neutralize them, and then shop vac them out. Be careful with that. Wear a mask. You shouldn't be using a shop vac because it blows it out and it makes it airborne. You can breathe it, but it was the only way we could really get to that stuff. And gloves, of course. And the virus that's in there, it starts with an H. I can't remember what it's called, but it's pretty serious as far as if you contract it. There's not very many cases that have been documented. It doesn't happen very often, but when it does happen, 38% of the people have died that have contracted that disease that's from mouse feces, so be really careful. Back to the product. The urine smell we were concerned with was in this drawer and everywhere else in the furnace and underneath the tub and shower. But this drawer was my test subject. You can see that stain that runs up the corner there. That was from urine. So I sprayed it with all kinds of stuff. 50-50 bleach. That didn't work. I tried some vinegar, that didn't work. I tried purple power in full strength, that didn't work. I tried carburetor cleaner. The only thing that did was take the finish off the drawer, which sad, but we're going to put contact paper in there anyways to cover up the mess. I went ahead and got on Amazon, looked at some reviews for some other sprays. And the other sprays there looked like that they had worked really well at one point and then they didn't work. And everything that I read online said to make sure you get something that's enzyme based, enzymatic, whatever, bioenzymatic, bioenzyme, anything that has an enzyme in the name or in the description, because those enzymes apparently go in and attack the bacteria that cause the smell. I'm not exactly sure how it works. I just don't know how it works. It breaks it down somehow, and I just want to know that it works, and that's why I'm doing this review. I wasn't 100% sure, but I read reviews on something called Rocco and Roxie's, and the reviews said that it worked real well. The bottle was like $20 for 32 ounces. It wasn't terribly out of range or anything. And I had a lot that I had to do. So I picked up this stuff. I had it shipped to me overnight because I wanted it relatively fast. I sprayed it in that drawer. I let it soak overnight. And the next morning, there was a hint of urine smell. The directions say you're supposed to spray it, let it sit for so long, and then sop it up. Something to that effect. I didn't follow the instructions. I should have. But that next day, whenever there was still a little bit of smell, I sprayed it. I let it sit for 15 to 20 minutes, and then I wiped out whatever was left in there, and then I used my air gun and I blew out in the areas that I couldn't reach with the rag. And I took a smell, and I could kind of smell it a little bit, so I let it sit for a day. The next morning I came out and I couldn't smell it. I was surprised. I mean, I really couldn't smell it. And as we speak here, does this help sell the product? It smells like minty stuff. I don't know. I don't know how to get the point across, but the smell's not there. So I sprayed at that point everything. I removed the furnace. I sprayed the plenum area, the heat exchanger, the ducts that go down to this ductwork that goes into the ducting throughout the camper. We use that to scrub out inside all the ducting. I sprayed the ductwork inside, or the ducting, all through the camper, which travels from the front to the rear. It heats the bedroom, the bathroom, and then the living area. And although the camper's not big, there's still a lot of metal that had to be sprayed, and I sprayed all that. This is the wood that the furnace sits on, and it was covered in urine, and I soaked that and all of this. And like I said, these vents inside and out just smelled like urine. It looks like there was a bug in there. Oh yeah, looks like a little spider. This has been sitting for a couple days. I put, you know, duct tape on it now because there's a couple holes, but to smell it, it smells pretty good. So anyways, this is the product. Rocco and Roxie Supply Company. Professional strength stain and odor eliminator. If you want to purchase this to get rid of, I can't, you know, speak for dog and cat, but that's what they have on the label. But as far as mice urine, there was no rat urine or anything like that. Just mice urine. This stuff really worked. It took away the smell. I'm very impressed with it. It's 32 ounces. The sprayer works well. It puts out a good volume for each pump, you know, each pull of the trigger. The instructions were really simple, although I didn't follow them because I'm a guy. That's just what we do. We do what we want, and hopefully it works. There's the products, or the ingredients. Water, advanced biological blend, non-ionic suffocant, fragrance, and polystyrene. I guess that's plastic. Anyways, stuff works real well. If you'd like to purchase, click the link below. It's going to take you right to their site. I really wish I could, we had smell-o-vision here and you could smell what I smell, because it's not bad. It's, it really removed the odor, and I've got a pretty sensitive nose, so thanks for watching again, and click the link below. It's about $20 for this bottle. It's 32 ounces, and you'll be happy. It'll do what you want. If you do have a urine odor, it'll do it. Thanks a lot.